didn't move my video back from last time. Hold on, from when I did the Emmys discussion. It's so nice to see everybody. Loki has wrapped, so I can focus more on getting these live streams up. We should have them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. And we have unusually big stories to go over today for the live stream. They broke like at the same time. I wasn't going to cover Batgirl until they picked someone. But I felt, let's do a live stream. Hey, Jay Kennedy. Hey, Christopher Edge. If you join during a live stream, you get a shout out. We'll do we'll really focus on interaction at the very end of the stream. But I thought, hey, there's not too much to say about the Blade director just yet. I want to get live streams coming back, so let's roll it all into one. Jay Parnell, I'm so sorry to hear that you were diagnosed with COVID. Everybody wish Jay Parnell a speedy recovery. Hey, Gilbert Ayala, welcome. Everybody be careful out there. Just really be careful. Don't let anybody, pressure you into doing something you're not comfortable with or not taking a precaution that you can never be too careful. So just do what you think you need to do, and I think masks are very effective. But I know the UK is having a really hard time. Look at all the well wishes you've gotten. Platinum Diva, that was so nice of you. All right, everybody, so let's get to today's 3 stories. If you're new to the streams, the way this works is that we'll go over the 3 stories. I'll be interacting with you a little bit while we do that. But then at the end of the stream, there will be 10 minutes where you can ask me anything that you'd like. It's like slipping back into a comfortable glove. Although I don't know how a glove would be comfortable. But anyway, you know the metaphor, basically. And then at the end, very end, I'll do some shout outs so I can just say hi to everybody. All right, so hold on. Story number 1. Boop. All right, so I put Batgirl first so we could talk about the 2 directors back to back. So Batgirl casting. The funniest thing to me today is that when I tweeted out who my choices were out of this group, some of you were like, well, this is who my choice is. And I'm like, you can't have a choice. This is the people they're choosing from. Now, they could surprise us with the last-minute addition, but the short list are these actresses. So you got to choose from the group that Warner Brothers has put together. Now, Warner Brothers, although Haley Lou Richardson, the trade said, maybe isn't going to work out. The Batgirl Director, it's a movie, not a series, which I think is stupid, are the guys who did Bad Boys for Life. Isn't that great? That actually fits. I'll say it right now. I think it's so important that we get to a point where directors don't have to be matched lead-wise with someone who is the same ethnicity or gender as them. That has been a really great way to get people hired who normally wouldn't be hired, but I think it's extremely important that directors be open to any project. Just like they're open to any Batgirl here. You can see all different ethnicities being considered. And I feel that it's very important that the same be done for all talent. I don't think that you should I think that if you have a team of writers, it's helpful to have someone who has those same experiences and can speak to those experiences in the mix, but that doesn't mean that someone else doesn't have something interesting to add as well. So I think it's really great to see directors of color, in this case it's all male directors, but working on projects where the lead doesn't necessarily match with them. I think that's like the next step into truly diversifying Hollywood. All right, so the choices that Warner Brothers has are Zoe Deutch from Zombieland. She was so funny there. Leslie Grace from In the Heights. She was the one whose father, she was the one who was going to college, and her father had the car company. Isabela Merced, who was from, I think, one of the Transformers movies, right? And then Haley Lou Richardson, who I'm actually not familiar with at all, although the trades, again, have said that she maybe isn't going to do it. She's not as in the mix as the rest of them. Now, I think the most important thing to remember about Barbara Gordon is that she's a big old nerd. She's gorgeous, she's awesome, but I think it's really an important quality of the character that she is nerdy. I love Barbara Gordon, but it's very important that she not all female characters be the same. You know, one of the reasons people like Barbara Gordon so much is that she's she loves to research, she loves reading, and she loves technology. I mean, she shouldn't be. I don't like when Hollywood just has like a really gorgeous like supermodel put on glasses and they're like, look, see, she's a nerd, and you're like, no, you need someone who has, again, not, of course, gorgeous, but you need that quality, someone who can be like just totally a geek. And I feel, as somebody just said, who said that? Glalie Masters said, don't pick Isabela. That's why I wouldn't pick Isabela. Isabela Merced is not a nerd at all. Although Josh Loves Movies just said she's the best choice. I feel she's not nerdy. She's a very cool. Isabela Merced gives off the vibe of being one of the cool kids. And I don't think she's a match with the character. So, and Haley Lou Richardson, is anyone here familiar with her? Nick Warner said, I went to school with her. She's one of the nicest people I ever met. Oh, well, that's lovely. I think maybe she could do it. Oh, no, Zoe Alex Struthers. If you look pictures of Zoe Deutch, she's super nerdy. And her mother is actually Leah Tompkins from Back to the Future. And it was so cute that her mother tweeted for her today that she should get it. I thought that was adorable. I was like, oh, way to support your child. I thought that was really lovely. So I think Zoe Deutch is a perfect choice. Like, a perfect choice. Like, absolutely perfect. I would love for her to get it. I think that it would be a slam dunk. However, I have to say, and I've always felt this way, you can race bend a character or gender bend a character with the right actor. And I feel that Leslie Grace has that same quality of Batgirl, of Barbara Gordon. I think that, the way she played her Nina character in The Heights was perfect. And I think she would be a great choice. So I think that both of them, hey, Julia, I think that both of them would be really good. I think Zoe Deutch and Leslie Grace, I would be happy with either one of them. Now, they're going to be as I've told you before, and as some other scoopers have recently reported, I told you this a long time ago, like over a year or so ago, they're getting a new Commissioner Gordon. It's not going to be J.K. Simmons, but it's not Jeffrey Wright. So I guess, they're going to cast Barbara Gordon first, and then that will have an effect on who they cast as Commissioner Gordon. I think it's going to, look, I'll tell you bottom line, this is written by Christina Hodson, who wrote Birds of Prey. She's also did the upcoming Flash movie. I think the Flash movie looks kind of good, although I have no faith in Christina Hodson as a writer for DC material. It's a little bit like Jack Schaefer over at Marvel, who I think kind of like messed up a little bit with WandaVision towards the end, and who I think did a bad job with the Black Widow, some of the choices that she made there. So I just don't have a lot of faith in Christina Hodson. So I kind of feel like this isn't going to work out. So I feel kind of bad for any of the actresses who are involved. I'm like, I don't really know if this is going to work out for you, but at least get that big high profile project and raise your profile. That would hopefully help them. So you're going to have another Gordon. It's going to be on HBO Max, but it's not a series. It's a movie, which it's like, if it's a movie, why not release it in theaters? I think that's weird to make all this effort for just, an hour and a half to 2 hours? Wait till you hear about the John Wick project. They're doing that one right. So I don't really love this whole project. I think this whole project kind of weird. And as I told you, I've told you a long time ago, and I recently tweeted, they still want to put Michael Keaton in here in a mentor position. So I don't know if it would be futuristic tech, like Batgirl Beyond, or if he would just be a mentor to current Batgirl. But I don't know. I feel like the whole thing, there are some people where you're like, if Kate Herron and Michael Waldron after Loki wanted to do something, I'd be like, I can't wait to see what you come up with. I have total faith in you. But I have zero faith in Christina. Really, I put it at 0 for Christina Hodson. So I feel bad for the people involved in this project. It's probably going to be another one of these. I hope that I'm like, oh, wow, it's amazing. But I don't know why DC can't build anything. It's annoying. All right, so who would you guys pick? My two are I'd be happy with. Zoe Deutch is perfect, but I think Leslie Grace is an exciting choice. So who would you pick? And then we'll go on to the next story. Toon Dude 19 is like, I'm just on Team Batgirl. I love that. I have to tell you, I picked this cover for Batgirl because it showed how complex her story is. A lot of you like Zoe too. That's very sweet of you, Chico. But That's easy for you to say. That's a great name there. Josh Loves Movies is like, I'm not giving up on Isabela Merced. That's good. That's great. I'm glad she has such a strong fan in you. You're being so supportive. Hey, Eve, Lala. Jesse Gonzalez says Zoe was kind of Barbara Gordon already in season 2 of The Politician. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, Josh Loves Movies wants to go Latina across the board. Straight flush. I love it. I have to say, Sasha Calle looks... Kaye, that's how you pronounce it. Sasha Calle looks so good as Supergirl. Like, really good. Very good. So anyway, I picked that comic book cover for Batgirl because it's such a good indication of how rich her story is. You have her romance with Robin/Nightwing. You have her becoming Oracle. She rides a cool motorcycle. Her father is the police commissioner. She has that horrible interaction with the Joker. It's amazing that the character has taken so long, and it was one of the saddest things about, speaking of Christina Hodson, that they did with Birds of Prey, and that Birds of Prey was a team that Barbara Gordon founded to show that she still could be a force for good, even though the Joker had put her in that chair. So the fact that they just were like, yoink, give it to Harley Quinn as like a fun thing that she does, and then leaves them, right? She was like, oh, bye. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I ever heard. When Harley already has her own team, Gotham City Sirens. So I know that they gave Margot Robbie a choice, but I don't know why they gave a choice. I'd be like, no, you don't have a choice because your character's team is Gotham City Sirens. Good luck, I'm excited to see it. I would not, you just can't, maybe Harley Quinn's on the Justice League, although I bet someday we do see that. I don't like Harley Quinn, by the way, being turned into an anti-hero. I like her as just self-interested. She doesn't have to be a villain, but I don't like her being a hero. The fact they're putting her in the Bat family in the comics right now, I'm like, I don't know. I like Harley Quinn whenever I can get any Harley Quinn, but the fact that in the comics right now she's in the Bat family is like, does not compute. So, weird. All right, so that's the first story of the day. All right, now let's talk about some directors. All right. Here we go. Boop. Okay, so big headline today was that Marvel looks like they finally found their Blade director. I would have loved for it to have been Jordan Peele. I'm sad that it's not Jordan Peele. But Jordan Peele doesn't want to do a franchise. He's been very clear about it. He said that he has been offered them. He doesn't want to get involved in that. He wants to keep doing his own projects. And you're like, okay, he has an Oscar. Good luck to him. So we were curious as to who they were going to hire. And they've hired someone that we've never heard of, that no one's heard of. This guy is so fresh, it makes me nervous. So let's talk about it. So the TVA has already met vampires in the MCU, and soon so shall we. Because they're getting closer and closer to giving this thing a release date, because now they already have a screenwriter, Stacey Osei Kuforth, who was part of the story team for both Watchmen and Hunters, that Logan Lerman Al Pacino show on Amazon. That's a pretty good writing pick. I'd be like, well, I feel pretty good about that one. Yeah, it should have been Shaka King from Judas and the Black Messiah. Why hasn't he gotten anything? That's crazy. He's probably like, I'm right here. I would have preferred they hire him. But they hired this guy. So, Bassam Tariq, he's made 2 movies. One is called These Birds Walk. Who the heck knows about that? And then another movie called Mowgli that came out in 2020 that absolutely nobody ever talked about. So I'm like, what? Why would you go? It's not like he made his hot movie that I guess some people liked it, but it certainly didn't make waves beyond within the industry. Now, that starred Riz Ahmed, who I love. Everybody loves Riz Ahmed. He's so great. Riz Ahmed maybe talked him up to Disney because, of course, he has the Star Wars connections. Like a little bit like how Destin Daniel Cretton got Shang-Chi because he did movies with Brie Larson, who I'm sure Brie Larson went around and was like, this Destin Daniel Cretton is so great. Maybe also Kevin Feige's watching these movies and the executives are watching these small movies to see the actors and they go, hey, it's pretty well directed. Maybe I should hire this director. What's nice about Bassam Tariq is that he's Pakistani. He lives in New York now, but he's Pakistani background, like Riz Ahmed, who's also a Pakistani heritage. And it's really great to see Muslim talent front of and behind the camera getting more work in Hollywood. Riz Ahmed has started an organization with a number of other Muslim talents that is trying to increase the positive perception of how Muslims are depicted in entertainment, which I think is crucial, absolutely crucial, and I'm so glad that he's doing it. And Riz Ahmed is, of course, lives in London. He's British. And Blade is British. You wouldn't know it if you just watched the Wesley Snipes movie. It's actually a British character. Mahershala Ali is a 2-time Oscar-winning actor. I'm sure he can do a British accent. You know, I have to tell you, at the end of the day, Mahershala Ali is playing Blade, and he used that second Oscar to get himself into the MCU. He was like, what do I want to do with my golden ticket? I know, call Kevin Feige. And I have to say, it was genius. So I'm very good about that. I feel very good about that. Jessie the Good Witch distracted me, saying Mowgli was my least favorite movie of the year when it came out. That's horrifying, Jessie the Good Witch. That makes me extremely nervous. Sufjan27 made an excellent point and says Mahershala Ali is Muslim too. Maybe they want to make Blade a Muslim character. I love that. That is, hello, that could be the connection that we're looking for. Boy, that would be wonderful. That would make me so happy. Eve says, I almost think Nia DaCosta was prematurely hired for the Marvels and would have been a better fit given her experience in horror with Candyman to work on Blade instead. Oh, that's not a bad point either. I think Candyman looks so good. And also, when you're thinking of hiring a director, you can see their movie before it's released. So I'm sure Kevin Feige has seen Candyman. So I think because of the 2 actresses of color, Kamala Khan, and now also, of course, oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. I can't believe. Maria Rambeau. Monica Rambeau. Her mother was Maria. I think that that's one of the reasons they hired Nia DaCosta. But yeah, Nia DaCosta with the horror angle would have been great. Would have been absolutely fantastic for Blade. So maybe someone else said they didn't like this movie either. Someone else said they didn't like this guy's movie either, which is making me very nervous. Boy, I gotta say, after Kate Shortland kind of messed up, Jesse Gonzalez, we're on the same wavelength. This choice reminds me more of Kate Shortland for Black Widow. I think the problem with Kate Shortland is that she didn't have the experience to know when the movie needed help. I think that's really problematic. Not everyone is going to be turned into be a fantastic action directors like the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers came like out of nowhere, but they were like amazing. But I worry that this will be like Kate Shortland or like the Captain Marvel directors. I'm just nervous about it. You know, I hope it's good. I would have felt better if they'd hired Ramin Bahrani, who directed not many films, but most recently The White Tiger on Netflix. He would have been fantastic. And he's a great, very strong writer. I would have loved for it to be Ramin Bahrani. Why does it have to be hire Ramin Bahrani while we're at it? What does he have to do? He's made so many great movies. Remember that one with Andrew Garfield and Michael Shannon about real estate? And then he also did that one with Dennis Quaid and Zac Efron. He's a great director. I'm annoyed that nobody hires him. Oh, well. But we'll see how this turns out. I think that it's like really early days for this movie. I hope it gets a release date soon. I mean, they can really start to move forward. 99 Homes, that's right. But that's the name of that movie. But I think Bassam Tariq, good luck to him. I think it's great to see a Pakistani director get a big gig like this. And I think that making Blade a Muslim character would be, I think, fascinating. I really like that idea. I think it's going to be tricky as heck to do that, to take a religion and have it with vampires and drinking blood and stuff. But if anyone can do it, it would be someone, I think it would be Mahershala Ali and this Bassam Tariq. But I think you might be right. I think it might be the Muslim thing. I think that's a really good connection. Excellent connection. And it makes the whole thing make sense. Genius. All right, third story of the day. Hold on. Boom, baby. It's always boop for the first 2 and boom, baby for the third. All right, third story of the day. I think this sounds fantastic. This is actually, I think, the best project that's put together today. So, because here we have a really experienced director. All right, so The Continental was originally imagined as a spin-off series for John Wick, and now it's been turned not just into a prequel, but get this, a 3-night event of 3 films, 90 minutes long, back-to-back. Hey, Travis T. Oh my God, it's like the Fear Street thing that they did on Netflix, but instead of every week, it's 3 nights in a row. It's on Stars, so we're all going to have to figure out where the heck Stars is, but who's not going to watch that? That is an absolutely brilliant, brilliant idea. Douglas is also very excited. It's just fantastic. So this is going to be, Dallas Graham agrees. Everyone thinks this is great. And each night will have a budget of about $20 million. So they're really spending the money on it. It's going to be really, really good. So this will actually now take place 40 years in the past from the current movies, and it'll be the rise of Winston, Ian McShane's character. So they're going to have to cast a young Ian McShane. I also would imagine that Lawrence Fishburne's character, the Bowery King, will have a younger version of his character as well. And also probably how he met Lance Riddick's the concierge. Denny B., you can tell us all about your amazing vacation in a moment. But St. Croix is pretty cool. So I think you'll have those characters, and it'll be like kind of like the origin of the Continental. I think this is just fantastic. So Albert Hughes, twin brother of Alan Hughes, they often have directed together. Albert Hughes will be directing nights 1 and 3. So he'll be doing those 2 movies, and they're still looking for a director for the second night. Lionsgate is working very hard to develop this franchise, especially after they lost Knives Out. That's funny, Alfonso. Lawrence Fishburne got recast in The Matrix, and now he's recast here as well. That's really funny. And sad for poor Lawrence Fishburne. But anyway, although he's in the next John Wick, so he'll be fine. So Lionsgate's really trying to build this out. I don't know why it's on Starz. It's weird that it's on Starz. I think everyone will have the same reaction. They'll be like, wait a minute, where's Starz? I really want to watch this. I think people will be tweeting about it. I think it's a brilliant idea, and it should have really great action sequences. So who are the Hughes brothers? If you're not familiar with the Hughes brothers, they've been around since the 1990s. One of the first films they directed was Dead Presidents in 1995. I remember that movie extremely well. I saw it when I was way too young to see it, and I'll never forget that guy's guts hanging out of him in I think it was the Vietnam sequence. It made a real strong impression. So Dead Presidents is a great movie, and I always will remember it for that reason. They went on to, they had a little bit of a problem. They had a bit of a setback when they did the From Hell adaptation with Johnny Depp and Heather Graham. That was not good. That was based on the very famous comic by, oh my God, he doesn't work, Alan Moore. Of course, Alan Moore. So that movie didn't really turn out very well. They then went on, they did The Book of Eli, which was the Denzel Washington apocalyptic movie, which was okay. Although Alan Hughes has struck out on his own recently, and he directed Alpha, that, caveman, I think what was Asa Hutchinson, right? Action movie, which I thought was pretty good. But what makes me most excited is that Alan Hughes directed the first episode of The Good Lord Bird with Ethan Hawke recently. So that sounds, that's really good. That's a very experienced director, extremely experienced. And that makes me very, very excited. So I think it's great. I think this sounds like a top-notch project. I think it's coming together absolutely beautifully. And I'll be very curious to see who they cast as the young Ian McShane. Ian McShane is such a unique talent. I don't really know how someone could capture that. It'll be interesting to see if they can get someone who can. It'll be quite the feat. He's a little bit like Tom Hiddleston, although meaner, as Loki. But I think that's the closest approximation I can think of. But it's a great project. All right, so Timothée Chalamet, well, he's in Dune, but that's an interesting choice. Hey, Justin R., that's interesting. All right, so those are the 3 stories of the day. It's 5:12. You can ask me anything you'd like until 5:22. Anything that you'd like. Madeline, you don't know Ian McShane. Ian McShane was one of the really big members of Deadwood on that cast. That made him famous to, I think, a lot of today's viewers. And he also had this great show in the UK where he was it was like a murder mystery Antiques Roadshow thing. Does anyone remember what the name of that show was? I'm doing well, Juan. Thank you for asking. Travis says, did you read Batman Earth 1 Volume 3 yet? I was let down. Catwoman was bad. Oh, I loved it. I thought it was so good. It made me sad they probably weren't going to do a fourth one because they like fast forwarded so much. At the end, they were like, "Oh, let's tell you everybody that all the stuff that we did." Lovejoy, thank you, Adam Southward. Thank you. That's the Ian McShane show, Lovejoy. But I liked it. I thought it was fantastic. Ari says, "Any tea for us, Grace?" I'll give you some tea. There are 2 Flashes in the Flash movie. And they go back in time to the time when Zod is around. And you'll see the 2 Flashes actually fight together. You're going to have not only 2 Flashes like having a conversation together, but from what I hear, they will be like on a Justice League team together. So there you go. There's some tea. I don't want to make a video about it because it's super spoilery, but I'll tell you in the live stream. Ryan, The Long Halloween Part 2 comes out in August, I believe, mid-August. Dana O'Leary, he's the second Flash. Ezra Miller will play both Flashes, and what you've seen is a stand-in who will be his body, and then they're going to put Ezra Miller's face on him. Sufjan, I did watch the Titans Season 3 trailer. Hey, Len and Tulsa. I would have covered it and broken it down if they hadn't released it on the day of the Loki season finale. That was like the dumbest thing I ever saw. It's like, just release it the next day. Like 1 day later, and it could have gotten full coverage. So I was really upset about that. And I will, I wrote to HBO Max and I have the screeners. So I'm going to start watching them soon. And I'll definitely, I don't know if if I don't cover a trailer like the day I made an exception for Suicide Squad, but if I don't cover a trailer the day it comes out, I don't really get to it. Dallas, The Long Halloween Part 2 is July 27th. Oh man, I got to make sure I get on that. NZB2 says, "What are you watching tonight, Grace?" Probably some Titans. Oh, Madeline says, "When does your Snake Eyes review come out?" I'll give you some embargo days. All right, so I can tweet about Snake Eyes at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time. Now I can review it 3 a.m. on Thursday, so Wednesday night basically. So, 3 a.m. on Wednesday night, Thursday morning is when the review for Snake Eyes can come out. It's going to be quite good. I can't say anything about it, but I'm so excited to talk to you about it. I have some Snake Eyes stuff coming out for you tomorrow. And then, Dallas, I'll talk to you about that in a minute. And then that review embargo lifts on Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Oh, and the Masters of the Universe embargo lifts on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Oh, it's going to be. So let's talk about Kevin Smith. Dallas, what was Kevin Smith's tweet? Was it today? Kevin Smith is going to... It's going to be rough for Kevin Smith this week. He should just log off of social media on Friday. Dallas, what is the question that you asked me? I haven't seen Old yet. Chico, I don't see Jungle Cruise till next week. The Jungle Cruise embargo lifts on the 27th at 12 p.m. A couple of days ago, Kevin Smith tweeted something. I don't know what the tweet was. Basically, Kevin Smith said that the rumor that He-Man gives up the Sword of Power to Teela was not true. However, I want you to pay attention to the very specific language that he uses. And then you will see when you see the show. Hey, Dove Squires, you should go in. I actually thought Masters of the Universe was entertaining. But I think that when you watch it, you should not have any expectations, and you should actually put your expectations real low so that you enjoy it more. That's my advice to you. JP123 says Batgirl Villain tea. I didn't break this story. I think it was the Illuminati. They're very good at getting their hands on the casting notices, and I believe they said that it was going to be a variation of Firefly. Jerome, rock bottom expectations, I think, are the way to go. And then I think you'll enjoy it. Glenn says, any word when we will get a Gaga Gucci trailer? Probably in the fall. Ashley says, do you have any Spider-Man trailer tea? I will tell you as soon as I find out, if I find out in advance that it's dropping. The latest theory that I've been talking about with my specific source on this one is maybe for Jungle Cruise. Maybe to help Jungle Cruise. Maybe it'll debut the week of Jungle Cruise and it'll play in front of that movie. They'll be like, sure, you can watch it on Disney Plus, but if you go and see it in the theater, you can see the Spider-Man trailer on it. So that's the last ditch hope until we're like, I don't know when, you know? I mean, I can tell you that it's ready and that my source has seen it and told me what's in it. You should keep your expectations low for the Spider-Man trailer as well. There's really no multiverse stuff in the trailer. Unless they change it, but the version that I was seeing, there's always that if, the longer they sit on something. Raphael says, will the new She-Ra fans enjoy the new He-Man? I think maybe. I actually ended up liking Tila quite a bit. Madeline, my Ted Lasso Season 2 review, I'm planning to post it tomorrow. I was going to post it today, but it didn't happen. I've already filmed it. I just have to edit it. We got three minutes left. Let's see here. Dana O'Leary, Ted Lasso is phenomenal. It's even better than the first season. I feel bad you have to watch it a week at a time. I binged it as fast as I possibly could. Michael Mcshane, I have not seen The Suicide Squad. If I had seen it, I would certainly have tweeted about it. JP123, you're going to get me in a lot of trouble with these Flash questions. Batfleck won't make it out of the first third of the movie. So just think about that. I don't want to ruin the movie for you. Matt, I don't have any Green Lantern tea, I'm afraid. Let's see here. Barbie Minaj says, did you see Halle Bailey's rap tweet for The Little Mermaid? I'm so excited. I'm very excited. I can't wait to get a good look at that, to see how she looks as a mermaid. I think it's going to be wonderful. Wesley, I gave you so much tea. You're drowning in tea. So much tea. I'm watching The White Lotus. It got real weird last night, but it's so beautiful and has really interesting twists that I'm probably going to still watch it, even though I didn't actually like it very much. Juan, Jodie Turner-Smith should definitely be Storm. Oh yeah, if you're looking for something to watch right now, watch Dr. Death. The first 3 episodes are free, and you will pay for them. I paid $10. It's funny, when Dr. Death started, I have Peacock with commercials. So Dr. Death started, and I was like, it had a commercial come on for like a second, and I was like, nope, can't do it. And I paid $10 for a Peacock Premium so that I could just watch it without commercials. And then I immediately unsubscribed, so I just paid for the month. So I basically paid $10 to watch Dr. Death, and it was worth every penny. It's actually, I think, 8 episodes. Now that I think it's it's 8 episodes. I watched 3, and then 2. It's really good. Jerome, I did get to go to McDonald's, and it was glorious. I got my nugs. I was so happy. Although the cookies tasted very chemically, so I probably won't get them anymore. I was like, darn it, another thing ruined from not having it for a while. Like in New York City, they got rid of bags while we were all in quarantine. I went to Duane Reade, and they were like, do you want a bag? And I was like, yes, I do. And they took out this giant brown paper shopping bag for a few items. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is huge. I don't want to walk around with this. So I actually invested for the first time in reusable shopping bags. And I'm very happy about it. I got them from a place called Baggu, Baggu. They fold up and you can put them in your bag. They're reusable and washable. And they have one that has Where's Waldo on it, which made me very happy. Merch will be coming extremely soon. We're just finishing up the shop, so it should be hopefully debuting in the next few weeks. All right, it's 5:23. Oh, Dallas loves Baggu. Oh, that's so nice. That makes me very happy. All right. We're only starting to get reusable bags, Dan. I'm glad that in the UK you've been saving the planet for a long time. All right, so it's time for shout-outs. No more questions, but I'd love to say hi to you. So give me something to interact with. Tell me something you're doing, something you like, something you're eating, where you are, what your plans are for this evening. It just gives me a way to interact with you. Jason says, thoughts on Housewives of Beverly Hills so far? Great season. I'm glad I'm back in. Bye, Tracy. Sleep tight. I know it's very late for you. Platinum Diva, Monsoons, Las Vegas. Oh, I hope you're having a good time. You always know how to use the emojis, Platinum Diva. I'm always impressed. Ryan Olson is on vacation. I'm hoping to go on vacation soon. Jesse the Good Witch says, recovering from San Diego Pride Week. Oh, you never distract me, Jesse the Good Witch. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you had a good time. Jico says, rewatching all Britney Spears music videos. Excellent. Justin R says, chilly in the summer is very underrated. I don't know. It seems kind of hot for chili. Fidel says, Grace, I graduated from school and Vision got a sister. What? What do you mean Vision got, but in Memphis? Congratulations on graduating, though. Did Vision get like a sister in the comics that I missed? Hocus Focus says, frying up calamari for my dinner salad. Hocus Focus, you always are eating the best stuff. I was talking about Hershey Park the other day, and I thought of you. Captain Keen says, listening to you from London while working. Whilst working. I like your proper British speak. I thought that our article today about little children in the United States watching Peppa Pig and taking on British accents and words was really funny. Oh, Fidel, your Vision, your dog Vision. Oh, I'm so glad that he got a sister. Oh, 2 dogs though. Your Vision's very big. That's quite the investment. Sharon remembered. Sharon. All right, I'll remember Vision now. I know we already have Marvel from CJ's dog. Ari says, sweltering in the UK heat. Yeah, although somebody sent me the weather report in England. I know somebody who's in England right now. And it's not that, it's much hotter here. Like, you should be happy you're not here. It's like in the 90s here. It's like ridiculous. Brit XOXO says, getting back to exercising. Ugh. Yeah, I hear you on that one, but I like your little emoji there. Rashad says, just ate some delicious Taco Bell, about to catch up on Loki with your watch-alongs and reviews. Thank you. I'm so happy. Lisa says, last days of vacation in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Oh, Lisa, I hope you're having a great time. I'm so glad you were able to get away. Platinum Diva says, it's 100 in Las Vegas. That's right. It's too hot. It's too hot. JP's in the UK and says, I can't take it. Yeah, it's too hot. I don't come from warm weather people. I come from Eastern, my ancestors are from Eastern Europe. We like a cool breeze. Carlos Munoz says, drinking raspberry tea. Oh, that sounds good. Denzel says, I just renewed my subscription to your channel. That makes me so happy. And you're yelling with joy, obviously. Jorge says, I'm hi from France, watching your live stream with a glass of wine. That is very French. I feel like you are having the right experience there. Warren P. says, sitting in my car eating lunch. I work at a summer camp. It's the only peaceful place. That's funny, Warren. Warren, you should save that. That sounds like something we would see on a television show. That's very funny. Stu Pew Pew says, we hardly have air on in the UK. It's very humid. Do you not have a lot of air conditioning there because it doesn't usually get very hot? I didn't think of that. Barbie Minaj is just back from the vet with my dog in Ohio. He's feeling much better. Yay! Ashley Grady says, I'm making homemade French toast for dinner. I've done that. It's fantastic. Last time I brought some bread, though. It was so bad. They burned it. It put me off from buying bread because I wanted to make French toast, too. Let's see here. Mike Abner says, I'm about to keep studying for my final this Friday in Puerto Rico. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Oh, Terry, I'm so glad you enjoyed today's stream. Hey, Jorge Suarez. Let's see here. Braden says, watching Good Trouble Season 3, Part 2 at home in sunny Colorado. Wow, they really broke that up. Ryan Olsen is having steak for dinner. Yummy. Chico had French toast for breakfast yesterday. Oh, we're going to spread the French toast love. Hey, Jay King, I'm glad you made it too for the last few minutes. Platinum Diva says AC is basically a requirement in Las Vegas. Yeah. Thank goodness for air conditioning. Madeline says, floating in the pool, carefully keeping my phone dry. Madeline, way to rub it in. You're not only you in a pool, but it's your pool. I'm very impressed. Poet of the City is having McDonald's tonight. Get some chicken nuggets. What do you... Okay, we'll end the stream with what's everybody's go-to order at McDonald's. Mine is chicken nuggets with ranch dipping sauce. And of course, fries. Fries are implied. So what's your go-to McDonald's choice? Oh, GP, I'm glad you're getting vaccinated. Good for you. Oh, Matt Damrich just wants fries and a Coke. Oh, you guys don't even eat the main food. I do like the Filet-O-Fish as well, Fidel. Travis goes old school with the Big Mac. So does Marco. I'm seeing a lot of nuggets love. I was getting nervous there for a minute. D. Thomas is all into the quarter pounder with cheese. I used to eat those. Those are delicious as well. Terry also likes that. All the nugget love makes me very happy, though. They have the best... I like Purdue nuggets at home, but McDonald's nuggets are the best nuggets in the world. That's right, Ari. Nuggets are life. I'm glad to see some Filet-O-Fish love. What, Ryan? Get your Burger King stuff out of here. What? Yes, I do always love fountain Coke, Michael. I have slipped a little bit, and I've had some Diet Coke recently, I have to tell you. I'm sorry. I was so happy to be outside. Ryan likes the strawberry milkshakes. They make a very good vanilla milkshake as well. G goes into the chicken sandwich. I don't think there are any Arby's in New York City, Hocus Focus. Poet of the City, Wendy's has the best nuggets? No way. I'm sorry, I've had them. No offense, but I have to take a strong stand here. McDonald's is superior. I'm sorry. I have enjoyed Wendy's nuggets, though. And you know what? Wendy's sells a baked potato, which is very healthy, so I've always admired Wendy's for that. I know that Wendy's nuggets are juicy, but they're not as good as Chicken McNuggets. Chicken McNuggets are the best nuggets ever made on earth. They are... What? How did this turn into a Wendy's McNugget fest? You guys are turning the tide against the McDonald's nuggets. Braden now has fallen. See, everybody before was too polite to say anything about the Wendy's dominance, but now everybody's coming off the bench. It's McDonald's all the way, you guys. I can't believe this. Checkers, Platinum Diva. Now it's just pandemonium in here. It is a Nugget civil war. You guys are the best. I love talking to you. I'm so glad I did a live stream today. I've missed you guys as well. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. And today was the light day. The rest of the week, there are like a lot of videos coming up. I don't know if I'm going to do a Snake Eyes or Old spoiler review because Dune trailer comes out on Friday now. And I have to see how the reviews do for those two movies. Snake Eyes is really good. Okay, all right. See you later, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye.